welcome back to Zelda 2 walkthrough. In this part of the walkthrough, we're going to be entering into May's Palace. There are quite a few things to do before we go there. Click on the timestamps in the description to go ahead and skip around the walkthrough. Otherwise, we're going to need to exit Nabooru Town here and use our newly acquired raft to sail to Eastern Hyrule. There are a few things you can do before you enter into Darunia Town, such as going down to this forest to find yourself a 200 point bag. Use your newly acquired downward thrust attack to jump over these moas. Once you're in Nabooru Town, continue heading left until you find a woman who's thirsty. Talk to her. She'll tell you she's thirsty, so ironically there's a fountain here, so duck down, grab some water, and go ahead and talk to her again. She'll be so grateful for you helping her laziness that she'll let you into her house and you can talk to her father, who will teach you a very useful spell. And it actually literally does shoot fireballs. At this point, there are enemies who will only be vulnerable to the fire spell. So, nothing left to do in here for now. If you need to recover your HP and magic, go ahead and do it now. We need to head south. In order to find ourselves a 500 point bag, it's worth going down here to find. And these enemies here are only vulnerable to fire, so you can either time your attack to destroy them, or you can walk right up and continually attack them. Make sure that every time you find a potion, specifically a red potion, that you do use light to heal your HP, and then pick up the potion. Don't do it in reverse, it'll just be a big waste of the red potion. After you're done killing the two Tektites, continue right into the next part of the cave. Be careful with this guy. He can damage you quite a bit. But if you don't want to take too much damage, then avoid him because he can actually kill you. He's not an easy opponent. After you've done that, grab the 500 point bag and exit back Nabooru Town. Find the women who will recover your magic and HP before you head north into Nabooru Cave. So now we're all fully healed up, and trust me, you're going to want to be fully healed up. Head north into Nabooru Cave. So what you're going to want to do is watch out for this Eggman here. For him, you don't need the fire spell, but you'll need it for the next enemy, which is called the Basilisk. So what you're going to do is you're going to spam your fireball attack. You can actually block his attacks, so don't worry about having to move. If it gets too close, your sword will push it away. And there you go. Once it's destroyed, head outside. You're going to want to follow the mountain all the way to the left, past the forest, and through the desert. As you continue going, you're going to enter into this side-scrolling area with a lot of blue Octoroks. What you need to do is you need to run and use downward thrust as you're running, so that you don't have to stop. And you're going to enter into another side-scrolling area. It's the same side-scrolling area, except with the addition of bubbles. So as before, don't let the bubbles hit in mid-jump or they'll knock you right into the water. Once you're out of there, go into Darunia Town. So here we are in Darunia Town. First thing you're going to do is you're going to want to head directly into the left, into the second segment of town. Once you find the shortest house, which is the fourth house from the gate, you're going to want to do a run and jump to get on top of it, and continue right until you get to the house with a roof. From here, you're going to want to kneel down to drop into the house, and continue right to find the second soldier of Hyrule. This one will teach you the opposite of the downward thrust, the upward thrust. So as you would expect, it points up instead of pointing down. It's useful against MOAs, especially when they're above you, but other than that, I've never found a real use for them, unless you're trying to hit a statue that may have a red potion. There's only one thing left for you to do, and that is to go into the third segment of town, which is directly left of the house you just exited. This will lead you to an old woman who is looking for her kidnapped child, which is on Maze Island, which is where we need to go to. Once you're done getting that quest, exit Darunia Town. Alright, so now that we're outside of Darunia Town, you're going to have to continue all the way back to Darooba Cave. But instead of entering it, continue heading right until you reach a bridge. To the southeast of the bridge is an area that contains a 1-up doll. Go into Maze Island, and the best way to get through here to get to the kidnapped child is to go south, then continue all the way to the right and follow the path until you reach the very end, which drops you into a pit with your first lizard man. In order to defeat him, you want to use the same tactics you used to fight the Iron Knuckle. After he's destroyed, go ahead and grab the lost child, put him somewhere such as possibly your pockets, I don't know, and you're going to want to take the long trek back to Darunia Town, returning him to the old woman in the third segment of town. Alright, so now that we're back in Darunia Town, make sure to recover your health and magic before returning the lost child to the old woman. After done that, you'll find an old lady back in the third segment of town. Enter into the house, continue all the way to the right as we've been doing to find the last few spells and get the reflect spell. Now what they say by strengthen your shield, it just basically means it will reflect any projectile attack that comes at you. That includes maces, fireballs, etc., energy balls that enemies will shoot at you. It will either reflect it back at the enemy or disperse it entirely, preventing damage to you. The last thing you need to do is, if you haven't already, I strongly recommend you recover your magic and health before leaving. Otherwise, exit and go straight back to Maze Island. Try your best to avoid any random encounters you come upon. So from the bridge, you're going to want to go down, take your first path up, head right, up and pass the first bridge, then head right and cross the second bridge. Turn left and take the bottom path and continue along the path until you fall down the hole, at which point you'll grab the magic container and exit. So once you grab the magic container and you're outside of the cave, you're going to head north and follow the path. And then up, left, up, right, down, and follow the path to the bottom right in order to find Maze Palace. Now as soon as you enter Maze Palace, an orange moe will come flying at you. You're going to want to run right past it, hit the statue, and hopefully a red potion drops. If it doesn't, then just continue right until you reach the first elevator. As soon as you reach the first elevator, take it down into the palace. So from here, you're going to continue right. You'll find a new enemy called the Wizrobes. They're scattered around the palace and can only be defeated if you use your reflect spell. In this room, you're going to end up fighting 2 blue Paltumas who will drop from the column, and the first Paltuma you meet will drop onto a pea bag. You're going to want to try and get it out of there so you can get a free 100 experience. As for your second Paltuma, just run right past it and go down the elevator. Destroy the red Paltuma and continue right again. And from here, you're going to run across the crumbling bridge and jump onto the platform to the right. Destroy these kobolds. As for the Helguma here, use downward thrust to avoid taking too much damage. and continue right. In this room, you're going to want to jump up to the platform, destroy the top block holding the flame, so the flame drops, then jump to the second platform, destroy the top block here, jump over the mace, and the Helguma will throw himself into lava. Only thing you need to worry about with this Helguma is the mace. It will come right back at you. Grab the key, hit the statue, and hope that it's a red potion. If it is, heal up, and grab the red potion. Now the Helguma will respawn, and it's actually rather dangerous to try and jump, so if you have the magic, cast Reflect, and then wait for the mace to come at you. It'll be blocked thanks to the Reflect magic, and all you need to do now, run away from the Helguma. Now that you're back in the previous room, drop down into the hole you jumped over, and you'll land on a crumbling bridge. What you need to do is not stay on the crumbling bridge so you drop into the hole. Instead, continue right and avoid the magic bubble in the kobold, and there's also a Helguma to avoid too. In this room, you're going to be fighting a red and blue Paltumas, so just kill them as you normally would. And after that, if you have the magic for it, go ahead and cast Shield. You're going to be facing a blue Iron Knuckle, and these guys hit you for a ton of damage. So fight them like you would any other Iron Knuckle, but just know you'll likely be hit quite a bit and die if you don't have Shield active. After you're done killing the blue Iron Knuckle, grab the boot and head back to the previous room. Here you're going to want to avoid the Helgumas again, continue left, and throw yourself down into the pit. Head right, and you're going to go ahead into another room to grab a key. So in this room, you're probably going to want to use life, since there's a Helgumas and a red Paltumas to worry about here. As usual, destroy the Helgumas with downward thrust and the Paltumas by using low strikes. Avoid this magic bubble at all costs when you're jumping, otherwise it will definitely knock you into lava. And the Iron Knuckle statue here doesn't drop a red potion, so don't bother trying. As you head back left to the previous room, do your best to avoid the magic bubble as you jump across. So from here, you're going to want to continue all the way to the leftmost room by following this path all the way left. Go through a crumbling bridge by jumping and using downward thrust as the statues come at you to prevent them knocking you directly into the lava. In this room, you'll be coming across wizards and blue bots. They're not much of a threat, just try and avoid the Wizrobe's magic attacks until you make your way into the next room to the left. So in this room, you're going to head up along the top side, destroying the moths as you go across. Never let them accumulate on the screen, otherwise you will be destroyed. If you can, try and make yourself a staircase, since it'll make things go a lot smoother after you get the key, since it'll make it a lot easier to leave this room. Take the elevator all the way back up to the top. Just for an elevator, continue heading left into the next room. If the blue Paltumas comes out, then kill it, otherwise just continue heading left. Avoid as many of these Wizrobes as possible. Do not use your Reflect spell if you're low on magic. You need to have your jump. You need to be able to cast jump in the next room. So cast jump, do an upper thrust on a ceiling, and grab the key. Then watch out for the red iron knuckle. After you kill the iron knuckle, continue past him. Dodging the kobolds on your way. Now this room is similar to the last room you got the key in. You're going to be facing off against a Helguma. Kill him using downward thrust. After you do a downward thrust to get the key, go ahead and destroy the blocks to your right until you get to the B bag. From here, you just want to keep breaking every block until you get back to the previous room. Now this time, continue dodging the kobolds again as you make your way to the elevator. The goal of this room is to get to the other side and grab the key. Watch out for the blue flying heads that are going to be flying at you. They both take away experience and they damage you. Once you've got to the key, hit the statue and hopefully you get a red potion instead of a red iron knuckle. From here, you want to make your way left, avoiding any of the kobolds and wizrobes that come to attack you. So from here, you want to continue heading left, cross the crumbling bridges, use downward thrusts on the muse to get past them, and at the end, go down the elevator. And kill both blue Paltumas as you make your way to the boss room. In the next room, you'll be coming across a red iron knuckle. Destroy that and continue right, and you'll face off against one more red iron knuckle. Destroy that iron knuckle and continue into the boss room. The main strategy to defeat Carock here is to cast Reflect and stay on one side of the room. Since it uses the same attacks as the wizrobes, you can easily reflect it right back at Carock, destroying him quickly and safely. After that battle, head right, open the key door, and seal the palace and level up. At this point, you're going to want to try and balance out your stats now.